I don't know if there's really a who. And one of the reasons I volunteered to be interviewed was because she asked for someone who was a second career nurse or someone who came to nursing later in life. So that's me. Coming out of high school, I mean, I was a very good high school student. I had a lot of accolades and good scholarship, but nursing was not something I ever would have thought of. I enjoyed my biology class in high school, but I wasn't interested in the medical field. Went ahead, I got a degree in computer science, went to work for an automotive electronics manufacturer, and spent 25 years in that career. The company declared bankruptcy in 2005, and I started looking around. What am I going to do with the second part of my career? And didn't think I really wanted to do what I was doing. And I was inspired, and this probably came from my experience of when my children were born, that I began to see that there was more to what people were doing in the medical field than just, I don't know, giving antibiotics for strep throat or something, I did have an aunt who was a nurse. She was a cardiac nurse. I have a cousin who's a nurse. My sister-in-law is a nurse. But none of that ever really sank in until I started looking at what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And of course, it sounds cliched, but I did want to do something that would be of service. And so I was weighing nursing versus teaching. And came to the conclusion that I would work towards nursing school, and I haven't regretted it. I graduated from nursing school when I was 48, and had a nice little career now. I haven't regretted it for a moment. There are a few. For one thing, being back in the small community where I was raised, I have found myself caring for people who were a part of my life when I was growing up. That is, it is fulfilling. And when I was working at a larger hospital, we had a patient who was just obviously not doing well, but we just came to love this little lady. Her family didn't want to let her go, obviously. Nobody did, and yet there was just not a lot more that could be done. And I learned that what her birthday was, and I think it was, I don't know if it was a milestone birthday or not, but we just put together just a little celebration for her. And she was sweet. She was touched, and she was, thankful. Little things like that. What I would like to do, and part of the reason why I am back in this small community, is that I feel like I owe a lot to that small community and to the people who are there now, maybe where I was a few years ago. And certainly offering hope and encouragement, and trying to make a difference, make medical care, mental health care in general, not something that's just for the people who are engaged in it and know about, but really try to drive the community and the person to a commitment to health. Right. Well, we see people who are suffering from the effects of chronic diseases, And part of it is because they have not learned how to manage it well. And whether that's because they don't feel like they can, or they don't have the resources, there's a reason that they're not doing what they need to do. And so they keep getting readmitted to the hospital. And they know that this isn't really how they want to live, but I'm not sure that they know what they can do about it or have the resources to do it. And I guess that's an important part of community health.